Okay, everybody, Sawyer here, and today I'm doing a scene by scene trailer breakdown of Luke Cage season 2 trailer. So I'm excited for this because I like all the Marvel shows, some more than others. I think Jessica Jones is actually my least favorite. I know a lot of people really like that show, but that's my least favorite. Then followed by Iron Fist, followed by Luke Cage, followed by Daredevil, and then Punisher's at the very top. So yes, that's my hierarchy for Marvel Netflix shows. But I did like Luke Cage a lot. I love the music. I love just like the intensity, the rawness of the show. You know, some people say they didn't like the second half of the season that much. It was okay. It was fine with me. I do like Cotton. Spoiler alerts for the show. I do like Cottonmouth a lot more than Diamondback, but I still like the Diamondback portion of the season. He's very flamboyant. He's very classical villain and comic book villainy. I like that. I like that he does all these Bible references. It's just kind of like a theme for him. Every good villain needs a theme. Um, but we're here with Luke Cage season 2 trailer. The first scene of the trailer, it starts off with a bang. Literally, 18-wheeler gets blown up and Luke Cage walks out of it all on fire and shit, all badass like. And it really sets the tone for what the trailer is. How badass the trailer is going to be, how intensively. Luke is very arrogant in this part of the trailer. He's very like all about himself. He's even filming a commercial. It looks like in the next scene I'll show. But yeah, he looks very intense. Like he's top of the world right now. And he pretty much is after being out of prison and having the girl, and he's got his street cred now. He's pretty much on top of things. Here we have the scene where the kid, I think this is the same kid from the first season that was always filming everything. He was always trying to sell bootleg DVD copies of the Battle of New York. And basically, he's got a camera. It's kind of a weird looking camera, but he's got a camera and he's filming, Luke. I guess it's supposed to be the same scene as the fire, even though Luke seems to be off fire now. Maybe he patted himself off real quick or something. It does look like it's in the same area. And basically, he looks like he's a fanboy now because he's got a Luke Cage shirt. That's what it looks like, right? It looks like that shirt says Luke Cage in yellow font, which is the classic Luke Cage font, which I kind of find funny and kind of meta. But yeah, this is a fun scene because obviously this kid's trying to make some money probably, but he's also helping Luke out, and hopefully it's just Luke doing a commercial for Hero for Hire, trying to hire himself out to people, which I really hope they do. Next thing we get is a really cool voiceover kind of montage of Luke just being on top of things. He's walking around the street, and the ladies are looking at him. And he's sipping on some kind of drink. He's taking pictures with the kids. He's walking down an alleyway, and all the criminal underscum dudes are running away from him. It's very, setting up the feel of the show. Like Luke is just he's the hero of the streets right now, and he's the boogeyman to the criminals. Is the way they say it in the trailer. But the thing I love about this part of the trailer is I really like this scene right here where you see this bulletproof love poster that somebody, or graffiti. It looks like a poster that somebody put, and it's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool image. It basically looks like Luke's doing the classic Jesus pose, but it's Luke, and it's really cool. And it's really just improvises how much the people look up to Luke at this point. Then it looks like we get this pastor or priest that's basically talking about how, everybody looks at the Luke as a hero, but even one man, no matter how strong that one man is, can actually make a difference. Which is interesting to hear a pastor say that because and it's interesting because I don't know, like it looks like they're kind of throwing some more religious overtones into the show, which the first season has that, but it's subtle. It's not really like forced, and I don't, and hopefully it won't be forced again because I like when it's subtle. I don't mind it when it's subtle. Daredevil was a little bit more forced with it, but it still works. But this episode, I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Luke's dad, because we do know Luke's dad is a pastor or a priest or something, and we don't know if he's dead or not. Did they say he was dead? I don't think they did. So this could very well be Luke's dad trying to come back to Harlem and I kind of hope I'm right because I would really like to see that dynamic. I would like to see Luke and his dad's dynamic. The dad trying to give him some wisdom, from the scriptures, and it would be really interesting. And I think it'd be cool because it could obviously be the ends at the beginning, and then by the end of the season they'd have this fractured relationship back together. We even get, and then we get this funny, cool little sequence where some gangsters are trying to stand their ground against Luke, and Luke's like, "Come on, guys, really?" Like he always does. And they're like, "Come on, man, our boss needs to know at least we tried." And I really like it. It's just funny, and it's a good fun action sequence. You know, like Luke's like, "Come on, we even need to do this." You know. Then we end that first little happy-go-lucky portion of the trailer with some random dude walking by Luke on the street and just starts wailing on him. He just gives him like a nice little sucker punch uppercut thing, and then just does this crazy like martial artist kick spin and just knocks him the hell out. And it's really cool. I really like it. It really kind of breaks the tension or breaks the theme of the trailer. And it's a very holy fuck moment or WTF moment. You know, just surprising people. It's really cool. The villain he has a very strong accent. I don't know exactly where he's supposed to be from, but he has a very strong, like thick, voice, and it's just very threatening. He looks and sounds very threatening, and I like that, And I love the notion that somebody just walking down the street and they're just as powerful or more powerful than Luke. It really makes you wonder what kind of people are just in the streets every day with these kind of powers and stuff. So yeah. Next, we get this really creepy, cool little scene of the villain who's referred to as Bushmaster by this point, which I think is a horrible name, by the way. I mean, I know it's his old comic book name, but it just sounds horrible. He is basically sitting in this like circle. It's got a very kind of voodoo-ish black magic look to it, which I don't think that's what his powers come from, but that would be cool if it is. It'd be really cool if he's like a voodoo villain. They could introduce that into the Marvel universe or the cinematic universe, because that is a part of the Marvel universe. You have Brother Voodoo and all these other characters. So I would like that, but I doubt that's what's happening. He might just be a voodoo like enthusiast that happens to have powers, but I doubt he'll actually get his powers from that. But yeah. Then we have this cool. I just took this cool close up because I really find this interesting. That Luke is fighting this dude, and the dude uses a chain, and Luke just catches the chain with his hand, pulls the dude in, and then like has the dude's hand hit his hand, which I'm sure breaks the other dude's hand. It's a really cool scene, and I just find it really iconic because Luke iconically always uses a chain, like that's his thing. Like in the old '70s, he always had a chain wrapped around his waist, and he would take it off and use it sometimes if he needed to. For reach and stuff. And I just find it cool that they actually introduced the chain into the show. A chain. It's probably like Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where he gets the chain multiple times but never keeps it. But I just hope that Luke, I really kind of want Luke just to hold it, keep it for a little while, put it over his shoulder or tie it around his waist. That would be cool. I would like to see that. Then we get a scene of Mariah sitting in the old club, looking at the Biggie picture, talking about how the city doesn't need a hero, it needs a queen. It's pretty cool. I like that. It's just reinforcing all the elements of her storyline and her character, how she's trying to take over from her cousin's shadow and step into the spotlight, and I'm interested to see what her and Shades' dynamic's going to be, especially with the new villain being more powerful than either one of them, easily able to kill them if he really wanted to. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of alliance they try to form, or if they're going to try to side. Or if they're going to try to side more with, what's his name, Luke, It'd be interesting to see. Then we see a scene of Shades, putting his shades on, in a dusty looking area, like it looks like just got an explosion or something there. It looks like it's on top of a rooftop. So, I like Shades. Shades is was one of my favorite characters in the first season. He was kind of a surprise character. I didn't think I was going to like him as much, even though I do like the actor, and I've always liked the actor since Sons of Anarchy. I was just surprised by how much I liked the character and how he actually stayed around. I thought he would have died, but I was impressed that he stayed around, and I'm happy to see where he goes from now. And then the last thing I wanted to touch up on was, this scene of Misty Knight using her robotic arm and fighting some criminals. It looks like in a chop shop, and it's just fun. You get a fun little line where Luke's like, "I'm not really in the market for a sidekick," and Misty's like, "Well, how do you know I'm not your sidekick?" And he's like, "It's my show," which is kind of a funny meta reference, even though I'm sure he's just saying it like I'm the one running the show kind of thing. But the trailer makes it sound like it's very meta, like he's talking to the camera, even though I'm sure he's not. But and I really like the idea that she has the robotic arm now. I don't really like the way it looks that much. I think they could have did like a solid color or something would have been better. But I guess it looks fine. It's gonna be interesting. I like the idea that, because in the comic books I think it's from Stark Industries, like everything is. But I'm kind of happy that it's actually from Danny Rand, Rand Enterprises or whatever in this version, because it just fits better with the whole the whole Defenders themes and the Marvel Netflix being kind of its own sub universe. I really like the idea that it comes from Danny. So all in all, I think this is a great trailer. I'm really looking forward to Luke Cage season 2, and yeah, I think they got a better villain this time, maybe because he looks like he seems like he'll be an interesting villain to listen to and to hear. Like he seems like he'll have some good lines, like good mannerisms, but also he has the power set to match Luke. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, and we might see Diamondback again because they did leave it with a cliffhanger at the end of season 1. But yeah, I'm just excited for this season in general. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're excited for this, if you're against it, if there's something you didn't like in the trailer. Let me know. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.